I just fed lettuce. My birds like lettuce. They were fighting over it, so I put another piece in. They like greens a lot. I read a book once when I was a teenager that said, don't feed your canaries greens. And so I didn't. But then I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll give them some lettuce. And they love it. I think it's good for their nutrition, nutritionally. They take a bath on it. You can hear my rooster in the background. But they like lettuce. I fed it when they were all babies too. Let's see. You can see down below, down on the bottom of the cage, that's some red colored egg food. They love that too. You can hear my rooster. I try them out on all kinds of things. They like apple. I feed a lot of apple. It's kind of a pain to feed because I have to slice it up. And broccoli. They like broccoli. And I grow alfalfa. I put it in the cage. This is alfalfa. And I dried it. I grew it in my yard. And I put it in the cage. I put it right here in the cage. And then that's some greens that's dry. Yeah, they like that red colored egg food. I think it's just egg food they like. That bird right there, he's a nice bird. That red one. He's a male. He was a good father. I paired him up with that hen that just jumped up on the perch next to him. He's one of my birds that a friend raised. I sold all my birds in 2020. She raised some of my birds, and then I bought some back in 2021. So I was so glad to get them back. He's a good bird. He was a good father. That's one of his babies right there eating the egg food. And there they are up in the top of the cage. And that's my dog. I don't feed banana. For some reason, people want to feed canaries banana, but I've never had them eat it. Maybe somebody else can get them to eat it, but they never seem to want to eat it. I think it's cute when they sit on the food and eat it. I see them on top of the lettuce. I like putting the whole leaf in there because it gives something to think about. And I've got the window open here so they can get some fresh air. In front of the window. It's my son's car. To get some fresh air. It's a nice summer day. They're molting right now, so they're a little calmer. They like the sunshine. I like to put them in the sunshine. They sit in the sunshine, as long as they're not too hot. That's another thing I heard when I was younger, that you're not supposed to let them have the sunshine. But they love it. They kind of puff up and take kind of a sunshine bath. That dark hen, I've talked about her in the past. She's a great mother. She fed all her little baby birds, even when they're little teeny tiny. The real challenge with canaries is getting them to feed their little tiny babies, because maybe they don't really realize, but they get better at it. Actually, her first year, which was last year, 2022, raising babies. Yeah, 2022. And she did not feed them when they were teeny tiny. I fed them, but then she caught on, and then she started feeding them, and they all grew up. And then her next batch, her next clutch of eggs, she sat on them and she fed the tiny babies. Wow. So you just want that. They're just easier to raise if they feed the tiny babies. And that dark hen, who's so good, she came out. She's the granddaughter, or she's the daughter of a hen who was great. I was leaving town and I could hear that this hen I had babies. I did not have time to check. But when I got home 2 days later, she'd been feeding them from the very beginning, and she was a young hen. So that dark bird who's a great mother, guess what? Her mother was a great mother too. I try to keep the hens that are good mothers. There are 2 in here that were bad mothers. They just didn't feed the babies when they were little teeny tiny and didn't catch on. Sometimes they catch on. This is a nice bird. I like her. She's a red factor and she's variegated with gray. They get a little nervous when they're allowed in the cage. They like it up in the top of the cage, but they'll come down to eat. I think there's 12 birds in this cage. That hen that's just sitting there quietly, she didn't feed her tiny babies. That male right here in the very foreground, he was a good father. The next bird down is he's a male, and he was a good father too. And then the third bird in, she was a hen and she was great. So of my 4 hens that were red factors, I like that one that's up on top. That bird right there is variegated in, they call cinnamon. And that's her mother or grandmother right there. You have my 4 red factor hens I had this year. No, I had 5 red factor hens. 3 were great mothers. 1 was a great mother from the year before, and 2 of her hens' babies were great mothers, and 2 weren't. So if I sell them, I'll tell people that they didn't feed the tiny babies. Maybe they can have a remedy for that. That bird back there, he's a good boy. They're molting. It takes a lot of energy. Okay, my dogs are starting to bark. Okay, I just wanted you guys to see them eating their lettuce. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching.